Hey, y'all. This is your journal based Shanti Refuge. And this week we are talking about healing your money wounds and overcoming financial trauma. Yes. Um, so for day one, I'm gonna just, go into it. If you don't know who I am, Shanti Refuge, Journal Bay. Follow me on all platforms. Shanti Refuge Journals. I am on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. If you're watching this video, I need you to subscribe. Thank you to my first 100 followers. I appreciate it. Now I'm on the road to 200. All right, so let's get into it. I remember being a kid and hearing grown people talk about money and like it was an impossible thing. Like no matter how hard you worked, it was always never enough. And I watched my family stress over bills, whisper about, how we gonna make it this month. And I learned something early on that money equals stress. And that was ingrained into me. And I know I'm not alone. Money equals stress. And I carried that belief for years. Every time I got paid, I felt anxious. Every time I spent money on myself, I felt guilty, heavy on that. I felt really guilty when I spent money on myself. And even when I started making more, the feeling didn't go away. And that's when I realized this wasn't about the money, it was about the mindset. So let me ask you, what did you learn about money growing up? Because whether you realize it or not, those messages are still running the show today. Still, what you saw growing up. So we're going to talk about where do money wounds come from with statistics. I'm going to give you some facts, but where do money wounds come from? Of course, it starts from childhood. According to a 2023 CNBC report, 63% of Americans say that their financial habits were shaped by their parents, and not always in a good way. We used to hear our mamas say, money don't grow on trees, or you got McDonald's money. And, if you grew up watching your family struggle, you might be subconsciously believing that money will always be hard to come by. Money is not always hard to come by. So the things you were told about money, let me know if you can relate to this. Drop it in the comments. Rich people are greedy. So that made you feel like feeling guilty, made you feel guilty for wanting more money. Or you have to work hard for your money. And now you overwork and undercharge. I know that has been my case, even in my business today, in the beginning, not now, not anymore. But, or you could hear someone, or you've heard someone say, we can't afford that. Or maybe you've said it yourself. And now you feel guilty spending money on yourself. A study by the American Psychological Association found that 72% of Americans report feeling financial stress at least once a month, with women and marginalized communities experiencing at even higher rates. So if that's 72% of Americans, just imagine the higher number of women and marginalized communities experience it even more so. It might be in the 80s or 90s, feeling financial stress at least once a month. Or maybe you have experienced job loss. I have, eviction, or financial abuse. And these experiences create emotional triggers around money. So now, we're going to break free from money stress. So I have your journal prompt. It is, what's your first memory about money? And what message did it send you about wealth, security, or success? It's time to break free. So I am inviting you to join the Building Financial Confidence webinar to start healing your money wounds and taking control of your finances. It's a free webinar. We did it in person, and so many people who weren't in Houston who wanted to attend and couldn't, we made it available for you online. So sign up for it. You don't have an excuse now. It is April 9th and 10th. It's going to be in the evening. It's going to be 2 nights because we don't want to overload you all in one night. Each night will run about 2 hours. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about budgeting. We're going to talk about money planning, financial planning, and we're going to talk about money mindset. You don't want to miss this. It's not only myself. It's going to be Rayford Watts of Noble Credit Consulting. It's going to be Micken Zeno from Money with Micken. She's the financial planner. And myself, Shanti Refuge. And we're going to talk about money mindset and healing money traumas. Register. Look in the description for the link. It is free to attend. All you have to do is show up, have an open mind, and be ready to learn and unlearn some things about money and wealth building and having financial freedom and healing financial trauma. You got this. And we're going to be here to make sure that you have the information that you need. So I will see you next time.